Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave. This of course is the Atomic Geekdom YouTube channel. Today of course we're doing another unboxing. This time it's a little different. It's not Star Wars, it's not Marvel, it's not WWE, it's not even DC. We're doing something very different. It's my first ever Super 7 action figure that I've gotten. But first of many, I imagine, because these are really good quality and I actually like this line. Sadly, they've already ended the line and that sucks big time. But we're gonna celebrate with this one. This is the only one I got. I might get a couple others, but probably not too many. This is one I needed to have though, because when I was a kid, I had a smaller version of it and I still have it somewhere. I need to find it, but the cape was lost. So I attached a spare piece of cloth or another cape I had from a different figure onto it. It's crazy weird. But I think right now it has no cape on it. I could be wrong though. I'll find it and I'll bring it in to the class to share with everybody. But today we're doing Super 7 The Simpsons Bartman. I love these boxes. They come with a nice little sleeve on it. Look at that artwork. Look at that. This is the dark night of adolescent crime. So what's cool is it's just sleeve, just set that aside. We'll set that right there. All right. So there he is. Sorry for the glare there. It's gonna be kind of rough glaring reflection from the screen on the monitor. There he is in the packaging, all kinds of accessories. Bartman from the episode 3 Men in the Comic Book, Season 2, Episode 21, May 9th, 1991. May 9th, 1991. I was almost 10 years old when this episode aired. Almost 10 years old. That's how old I am. I was a month away from being 10 years old. That's crazy. All right, so we get Bart. We get 2 different heads, well 3 total if you count the one that's on top of it. We get the bird's nest, a slingshot, Santa's little helper, skateboard, 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of hands. There's all kinds of things in here, and of course the Radioactive Man comic book that the episode is based around. So I will off air go ahead and open her up and we'll take a look at what's inside and talk about it. All right, and we're back here. What's cool is it's kind of going to be hard to see because of the reflection. Is the background of there, the red background. You can see all the cool Simpsons characters are in there. It's a nice little touch there. If you wanted to keep the packaging, it's a cool reason to do so. All right, so let's go through these accessories. All very cool, all very just looking like they're straight out of the cartoon. Santa's little helper chewing up the comic book. If you remember the episode, him and Milhouse, I believe it's Milhouse, team up. They spend all their money on the comic book and share it, and they get greedy and they try to keep it. And a rainy day comes and it gets all torn up. The first edition, that's where you get to meet the comic book guy. I don't know if it's the first episode of comic book guy, but he's in there. Worst episode ever. Skateboard, which actually has wheels. It's got a little peg for his foot too, so you can use that as a stand if you like. Bird's nest, where part of the comic book ends up in. The bird takes it away. Nice touch, nice little feature, little accessory you can probably use with other things if you want to display it with a different set. Maybe your Ninja Turtles alleyway or something like that. Slingshot, the weapon of choice for Bartman. Of course, the issue itself, Radioactive Man #1. And then we've got a couple heads. We've got Sleepy-Eyed Bartman, excuse me, and Scared Bart. Oh no. Kind of a nice touch. They're similar, but with the teeth you can see is a little different. Then you get a ton of hands. So you've got, and you'll see the picture here in a second. I'm going to just look at them. I'm not going to show them. They're too small. You got a couple of hands opens, like high-fiving hands. A couple of fists. You got a couple of gripping hands, of course, so that he can grip that that comic book and the slingshot. And then, of course, the money hand. He's got some dollar bills in there. He's ready to sell, ready to buy the comic book issue. And then of course we've got Bart himself. Here he is. The hands he comes with are kind of gripping hands too. They're got their fingers are open a little bit, so you can kind of play around with it. You got the belt here, which is loose a little bit, so you got to be careful. You got to kind of put it on an angle so it stays up on him, or otherwise it will fall off, it looks like. But the belt, that's a nice touch. The belt buckle is a controller, video game controller. And the cape is a nice Oh, it's very nice. It's a wire cape, so it's cloth, but it's got wire in it, so you can have him on the skateboard flying down the streets, of good old Springfield. Almost forgot the name of the city, but he looks great. I like that face. That'll probably be the face I keep on him. But everything is very posable. Elbows, hands, turning, head turns real good. Head pops off, obviously. You can take the cape off if you want. If you're a good customizer, you could probably take one of those heads, maybe do a paint job, but it would be difficult because there is a ridge here where the mask is on. It doesn't just blend in. It's not just painted over. It actually is layered, which is a nice touch. I like that. But that is a cool looking figure. I'll get you a bunch of glamour shots with it as much as I can. But that is a great looking figure. Very happy. I'm glad to have this in my collection, even if it is the only Simpsons one I have. Bartman was one of my favorites. If only Kyle can interstick some piece of the episode in here for like a second or two, or maybe even do the Bartman, the song that came out, which was on a CD. I think I had it on a cassette at one point, but yeah. Anyway, all right, that's gonna do it for this week. This is a great for this episode, I should say. This is a great figure. I like this a lot. 10 out of 10 for me. The belt, again, like I said, does come off, so you gotta be careful. If you don't want it on, you can take it off, obviously, but otherwise it could slip off quite easily if you're not careful. There it is, ladies and gents. Bartman, Super 7. Very good figure. Other cool stuff. I almost got Duffman. Duffman's cool. They have older lines include Astronaut Homer, Krusty the Clown, I think is in this line. Just all kinds of cool stuff. I wish we had Comic Book Guy. Wish we had the main core family, which we don't. It's kind of a bummer. Maybe somebody else will pick it up and run with it, or maybe Super 7 will bring it back. I don't know how it works. I don't know how any of that works. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Head over to AtomicGeekdom.com. We got book reviews over there. We got all kinds of new articles, things going up all day or all week long, every week. And we'd love for you to come check us out. Really appreciate it. We're going to have WrestleMania preview coming up very soon. Next week during X-Men 97 premiere week, we're going to review all those figures that came out, the 2 waves. We're going to get those all to you every week. There's a new episode. Got a backlog of figures to upload here, and got to get moving on that. So you're going to see a lot of content coming fast and furious, just the way you like it, right? All right, thanks for watching. Do please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. We really appreciate it. Costs you nothing, helps us out a great deal. Leave a comment below. Who's your favorite Simpsons character? What's your favorite Simpsons episode? Do you remember this episode? I do vividly. I remember this episode quite well. I remember quoting Simpsons lines in my science class in 7th grade with my best friend, just sitting next to each other, writing them down next to each other and laughing and trying not to get in trouble, just having a good time remembering Simpsons episodes. I don't know how many seasons that lasted, but I haven't watched a new Simpsons episode in a long time. Maybe since the movie came out, the first movie, if there was more than one, the original movie. I don't know if there was more than one. Didn't see the movie in theaters. I think I was done with it by then, but I think the last episode I watched live was when I found out Sarah Michelle Gellar was going to be on. And I watched her first episode. I guess she comes back for the second time with the same character, and the episode ends with them talking to the juvenile warden, and they're eating dinner in the cell with her, and he says, "Oh, it looks like a nice dinner you got planned here. I guess I'm just gonna go home and have my TV dinner and watch TV reruns by myself." And Marge's like, "Oh, please join us," and he's like, "I got plans, didn't you hear me?" Just funny, good comedy, solid comedy. All right, that's gonna do it for us this week. Please head over to AtomicGeekdom.com for all of your geek related content. Subscribe to this YouTube channel so you know when our videos go live. Like I said, WrestleMania previews coming up very soon, probably the week of. Makes a lot of sense. We'll do it then. And then we've got C2E2 coming up in April. Con season is right around the corner, so we're gonna have a lot of that stuff coming. Hopefully, 1 or 2 of us will get to go to San Diego Comic-Con this year. We'll see. We're gonna do more movie reviews, product reviews, as far as toys and statues and collectibles and things of that nature. We're gonna have interviews with authors. We're gonna try to get the podcast back up and running, and yeah, so all of that's coming very soon. Kyle, thank you for editing this episode. Yeah, hit the like or hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, Follow us on all the all the socials, including Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Atomic Geekdom on pretty much everything you can think of, including TikTok. We're gonna work on that too. So, anyway, if you made it this long, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and take care. I'll see you on the next one.